All right, guys. Hey, how you doing? Hey, it is the Dark Patriot with the Dark Patriot Speaks here. Hey, I'm kind of excited because I was able to go ahead and get a couple of things, hiccups, squared away with podcasting. And podcasting is definitely something I want to get to. Some of my favorite people are podcasters, and I love their material. I love what they do. I love what they do for the world with the knowledge that they're able to share and put out there with the guests that you have on, and just the knowledge that they have in their own heads that they like to share and experience, whether it's serious, comedy, whatever. It's really helpful for a guy like myself who enjoys that type of material coming from people that I look up to in the establishment of podcasting. Now, another reason why I like podcasting is because it is a forum to where I don't have to have a filter, and I can go to whatever platform I want to go to, that will let me be me and not filter me and will not put any type of restrictions on me because I am a no filter type of guy. And that's just kind of what it is, from being blown up, knocked on my butt in service. Something happened with my medulla oblongata, so therefore my filter isn't quite what it used to be, which was a very timid type of kid, teenager kid, and I haven't strayed from that a lot. I am, however, a little more rigid, um, and that is something I'm cognitive of. I understand of who I was to who I am now. You know, I'm not a very big people person, but I will be there for people if they need me to be there. Another thing with that is I'm a type of person that if you want this relationship, if you want this friendship, uh, I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm not going to filter myself. If you have something going on, if I see something about you that is not who you are, and that behavior is not what it is, I'll let you know, just like I want my friends to tell me the same. I don't want yes men in my life. I don't want yes women in my life. I don't need any of that stuff, because if you educate me about what you see from me, let me know. I'm not going to guarantee you that I will change right away, if at all, but I will definitely give you the sounding board to convey to me what what it is that bothers you. Just I hope you give me the opportunity to convey the same to you. Okay, so got that out of the way. So today's episode of Dark Patriot Speech just going to be a little more simpler. My goals is to have guests. It's always been my goal. You guys heard this spill before. I want to have guests. I want to do this. But I just want to make sure this is an environment that people feel comfortable in and they will want to do something like this with me. So today I am interviewing myself. So I have this handy dandy, as I've gotten into getting myself set up with podcasting. I've been trying to create things or find ways to help me become good at it, or and are better at podcasting. So I went on Amazon and I was like, you know what? I need some questions. I need to find some questions. And so you see at the front of my cars, there's a lot of cars that I was able to find on Amazon. So I got a hold of these bad boys, and they got some pretty good questions in here. And this is probably going to be a cube that I'm going to use when I have guests, rather than with also having our normal conversation. I want to pull out some cards from here and have some conversations that way with these, and see if there's some questions in here that will stump them, get them talking about experience, whatever. I also want to be able to have Q&A sessions with followers who have questions for me, have questions for my guests, or have topics that they would like for me to discuss. So I'm really trying to push this out there, guys. I love podcasting. I do not watch big box news anymore. I get a lot of my good information from people who don't have anyone to answer to. Okay, so that's my speed. Those are my people. That's who I'm following, from Joe Rogan to Dr. Jordan Peterson to Theo Vaughn. These are people that I will take time in my day to pause and enjoy because they bring me peace and with their conversations and all that good stuff. I have many podcasters that I like to listen to. A lot of military guys, a lot of ops guys, and things like that. It's just a really good time. I myself, I was a Marine. I was a Marine in a unit called Fast Company. It was an anti-terrorism, counterterrorism group. I love that opportunity because, for one, I joined in 2000, and that was before 9/11. And I got to feel peacetime, and then I got to feel wartime. And as you all know, we've been in war for way too many years now. So, and I had the fortunate yet unfortunate experience of 9/11, which changed my life and how I am forever. Before that, before all that, I had the mindset of a Democrat, but more of a traditional liberal Democrat that could have conversations on both sides, until we started getting a bunch of chaos happening into it. And I changed from being a Democrat to a Republican, um, in Obama's second term. From there, I kind of even stepped away from being a Republican because even some Republicans who held on to that title really hard were kind of rhinos who didn't work there for the team. So that kind of moved me into being a just a conservative all around. And to tell you the truth, a lot of black families from back in the day, they had the conservative mindset, but were duped into believing that it was the Democrats who had our six. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And I suggest that you watch a present day movie called Uncle Tom and Uncle Tom 2. These are not the book, these are movies from a documentarist. He's actually a licensed plumber, but he loves the history of our people, black people, and knowing the facts. And he's delivering facts, and he has you um, introduced to some collegiate, beautiful minded black people that the big box does not want you to know about. They don't want you to know about these big brain black people. All right. And that's horrible and it's disgusting. So please, Uncle Tom and Uncle Tom 2, that can get you down the rabbit hole that you've been looking for when it comes to black culture. Okay. So where was I going here? So yeah. So now from from a Democrat to a Republican, from a Republican to a more conservative, from conservative because some things are kind of weird in there, moved to being a constitutionalist. So I'm biting my life off of what feels good from those words and what fits. I'm not three-fifths of a person anymore. I'm a whole person. I cannot sit on the back of racism. In the past, I don't care about that. And people who are racist are come to me with that energy now. I don't give it that time of day. I just don't care. That's your opinion. That's your freedom of speech. How you feel about me. I don't care. I mean, if it came to my face and you just got a little too comfortable and a little too hostile with me, yeah, I mean, it may lead to fisticuffs. I'm a fighter. That's just how it is. But I don't want to, as I'm not. I don't want to be violent toward you. But I know how to be violent. Let's just say that. So I don't care if you're racist. I don't care. If we can have a good conversation, we can share a good time together. You can still have your opinion about any race you want. Just know that I'm a friendly guy, and you know if I'm not a big people person, but I will forever defend people. That's just who I am in nature, being a Marine. So that's just kind of what you get. Okay, all right. So just know that I'm safe to approach. But if you bring your silliness, I'll bring my answer for that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's get into what we want to do here, guys. So down here from the box, I picked out um a few questions, and I picked them out from random, and I truly want you to understand that I picked those out from random, so I haven't even really glanced at them now yet. So we're gonna go through these. What do I have here? I have one. I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I think I got eight here. All right. So let's go through these questions. And I am interviewing myself. Okay. So let's go with this first one here. I think I'm gonna like some of this. Where would you choose to live if you had to leave this country? And this country for me is the United States. If I had to go somewhere, knowing what I know about my heritage, my last name is Boyd, and then the Boyd family comes from Scotland. So my great grandpa was from Scotland, and he shacked up with a black lady, and then that just spurred to my great grandpa down to my grandma, and everything like that. So I don't sit around speaking with a Scottish accent, but that's my heritage, and I am very proud of that heritage. And from the region of where my family is close to Edinburgh, Scotland. And fortunate enough for me, when I was in service, I got to go to Scotland and I got to go to Edinburgh. Um, um, and that was our training facility because we trained with the British Royal Marines over there, which was amazing. That country is just beautiful. This is back in 2002. We had this fun time over there, and oh my gosh! So to be able to have experienced that and then go to Glasgow and go to Edinburgh over there in Scotland and then just me, I just cannot get that country out of my mind and the experience I had with my friends. That is a country that I would go to. They're having their trials and tribulations right now with woke culture and stuff like that. And I think I would go there and stir the pot and teach these people, teach these kids that what we're being told that we should focus on is not what we should be focusing on. Okay, so that's where I would go. So I would leave the U.S. to go to Scotland. Okay, um, so let's go into our next one. Which fabulously impractical car would you like to own? Oh boy. Okay. So I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you two, and don't go beat me up. I just want to experience it, and it would be more of a sportster thing. But I'm gonna talk about a gas car, and I'm gonna talk about an electric car. I would like to own a Tesla, a more of a sporty looking Tesla, and I just want to feel that speed. I like gadgets. I like buttons, and so from what I know in the Teslas, they got these huge computer panels, and that's just kind of cool. I'm not a go green, get rid of gas guy at all. So don't mistake me for that. I find Elon Musk very fascinating what he's able to do with his brain and put it into actual situations. I think that's really cool. So Tesla would be one of them, but my other one would be a um, um, our big body, any type of big body vehicle from the military, from a Humvee to a Dozer, whatever. I just to a duels or whatever. I just love things like that. I love trucks. I love my truck. My truck is a beautiful ugly duckling, and I love it. I love it with all my heart. It makes me happy when I start that engine. I get that that freaking deep throated. Oh boy! I actually, I'm going to tell on myself here. I went to Krispy Kreme after a long day, and I actually went there after I went to go see Theo Vaughn in St. Louis at the Fox. I got to Fairview Heights over here in Illinois, and I pulled into Krispy Kreme because, guys, I'm sorry, I, I I love to eat, but I earn my food and I work out like a crazy person. So yes, I like to eat everything. I like food, so it's good. So I pull into Krispy Kreme, and this little black little teenager, she's a little cute little thing. She's in there, and she's kind of smiling as she's getting things kind of set up for me with getting me my box and stuff like that. She opens up the window and she's smiling at me all sweetly, and she's like, I love the sound of your truck. I love your truck. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. So yeah, man. So that's what's up. A big body truck, a big body vehicle is one, and I would love to have a Tesla one day in my little life. So that's what's going on there. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. What one goal do you hope to accomplish this year? Gosh darn. I think one goal is to I'll be competing in a friend's strongman competition in Benton, August 3rd, and that will be my return to strongman. I don't have the greatest knees, so it's a lot of lifting things that is mostly for my upper body type of things in my head, whatever. If I do try to use my legs at all, I have to have some type of protection, knee guards or something, because my knees are really crappy. But I just love the sport of strongman, and that the goal that's the one goal for this year that I really want to accomplish. I have a lot of goals, but if I'm going to narrow it down to one goal, it is to do well in this upcoming competition in August 3rd. So if any of you guys want to come and see me, I would love to have you come and see me because um, this will be the return, and hopefully I can stay for a little while. After this, this is still competing for a novice. I'm trying to make it to the open class. I've been competing for a little while now, but trying to get to, I'm always on the high end of things. I'm an old man. I'm about to be 44. May 31st, I become 44, and that qualifies me to move into the master's position. And there's nothing wrong with the master position. I just want to see what I can do still with the younger guys in the novice and the open. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's my one goal for this year. All right. Next question. What do you miss about childhood? I miss the 80s. I miss the cognitive minded TJ of the 80s. I see it all the time. I miss the toys. I miss the cartoons. I miss the family events. I miss the cousins. I miss my bully brother. I miss all these things. I miss my mom, how much she worked for me and my brother slash brothers after a while, and everything that she did for us. And I love the glue, and I miss the glue of my grandmother in the 80s. She was the staple of life. And though that's it, I miss the 80s. I miss the movies. I miss when Channel 30 was Channel 30 and Channel 2 was Channel 2 before they swapped, which was weird to me. That really messed up my life. But I miss the 80s. Yes, so that's what I miss about my childhood. Okay. All right. Next question is: if you went on a volunteer vacation, who would you most like to help? Oh gosh, man, that's a great question. Um, um, if I went on a volunteer vacation, who would who would I like to most go to help? There's all kinds of people. Um, Being who I was in the military, I gotta say I would like to go and help figure things out between Israel and Hamas over there, and the people who are still um, hemmed up, or who are still captured by Hamas, and would like to talk to the Israel government to see if we can um, take a pause on the government who is continuously going at it, but also maybe get rid of anyone that's opposing them. I just want people I just want people to stop dying, just like President Trump said. I just want people to stop dying. All right, that's it. So that's where I would go right now. I would probably also go to Haiti, to see if there was anything with my skill set that I can do there. I would go to Africa to protect the people of South Africa, of there, from these tribes and all the chaos that's happening there. Yeah, man, I think there's a lot of places that a lot of us who are mission minded would like to go and help. So there's that. Okay. All right. So what we got here? We got three questions, guys. All right. Which of your ancestors would you most like to meet? Gosh dang, I would like to meet my grandmother's parents. Um, um, my great grandparents. I don't know if they were on Earth when I was born in 1980, but I sure would. I don't think they were, but I sure would like to meet them. They were store owners, they were entrepreneurs like I am. So I like to say that that spirit came from a deep root, and I would like to meet them. I seen pictures of their store that they ran together, and I think it was just an amazing situation. I know the times they went through the struggles, they did the best they could for their family to create us who we were, and yeah, that's who I would like to meet. Okay. All right. Got two more. So, what three objectives would your family use to describe you? Who? Adject. Gosh darn. Type A. I guess if we can start there. I'm a Type A mentality. Um, I'm a um, I'm a warrior, and and I may have a strong ability to cut ties. I don't know if that's what I'm should be saying with this, but that's how I feel. So I'm just gonna move on from that. Okay. All right. Last one, guys. All right. Would you rather visit a big city or the countryside? Oh, the countryside all day. I like going. Like I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Those are my questions. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri, and I've seen the greatness of St. Louis, and I was unfortunately there in the demise and the fall and the collapse of St. Louis. When, especially, I can even pinpoint the year, which is 1988. I think that was around the year that the movie, um, was it Crips and Bloods? Gosh darn it! But it was a LA theme movie about Crips and Bloods. Colors. That's the name of the movie. Colors. And when that movie came out, that was that to me. That was the destruction of wholesome Black America. Off of that, you have shows like Matters go away. You had the Jeffersons go away. Definitely, you had the Cosby Show go away. You had all these good black entertainment shows go away, and when they were going away, their counterparts, the white shows, they were still around, but even after a while, like what killed the white family shows were live MTV shows or real world type stuff on MTV. That killed those type of shows. One of the greatest things I ever saw happen is the return of Full House on Netflix, and it was a pretty fun show. It's been a pretty fun show. I wish they would do that for shows like Family Matters and things like that with black entertainment. But they bring this black entertainment, and the black entertainment that they have now is just so it's so woke, and the white man is the devil type stuff. I'm just so sick of that stuff, man. I can't take it. So this is all stemming off the question of big city and countryside. So the reason why I brought up the television shows because our our life in the big city when I lived in the city was poisoned when all these disruptive materials came into our world and just destroyed the black community. I mean, just made it feral and just horrible to be around unless you're in a higher echelon of life when it comes to black community who's still out there working, being entrepreneurs. A lot of my family on the triplet side, they're goal oriented, and I love that. It makes me feel good when I'm able to spend time with them. But for the most part, yeah, that's what it is, man, and it's really upsetting. And I hate to see it. I hate to know it. I hate to know that's a thing. But just because of the chaos that shows and movies like that have brought onto or promoted in these cities have turned into crap. My city of St. Louis is a beautiful city. It's a lot of great places you can go still, but there's a lot of places that you have to be careful where you go. Over there. So in the country where I live, I love it. We have one of the greatest police forces. We have one of the greatest um, um, sheriff's departments. They keep us safe. They keep us protected. On top of all the other first responder units in a small country setting, I love it, and I will defend it to the death. All right. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the questions. I hope I answered them to the best of your ability of what you think of how I could answer them. I was just giving you the true me. I'm always going to give you the true me, and I am here, and I love my setup, and I hope you like my setup. I hope that I can have a chair right here and a chair right here with guests, and we can talk, and we can have a good time, and we can answer some of my cards, and we can just live life, guys. All right. So, couple of things. Remember, I love you, even if it's not reciprocated, and also always stay at the ready. Dark Patriot out. Peace.